Trying to build myself a happy life, happy life, happy life, happy life, happy life. Build a happy life. That's right. Welcome to the show, guys. Yes, that is an original song. Yes, I will record it officially. No, I won't get back in the music industry though, because it sucks. And I'm too old, I guess. But this is a hard song, right? Welcome to the show. Dean here. Appreciate you guys watching, whoever's watching. I am happy that I am creative again. I feel good. I feel in a good space. And I'm going to tell you what helped me feel this. Money. Money is literally one of the only things that makes me feel good. And I know some people like look down on that, shun that, and say that, oh, that shouldn't be the only thing. Fuck them. Fuck that. Fuck them people. Money fixes. If you had a list of 10 problems, money will solve 8 of them, I promise you. Even if it's like, oh, but I feel depressed because whatever, my childhood. Well, get yourself some Prozac. You're going to need money for that. You can't get it prescribed, buy it on the street. Don't abuse it though, but buy it off the street. Money just helped you fix that problem. You know, a lot of people hijack that saying of, oh, it's better to cry in a Porsche than in a Civic. That's stupid. I don't believe that. They've hijacked that. They've hijacked every cool saying known to man for their own selfish reasons, right? Because ego is literally the easiest cure for the depression that is brought on by society standards nowadays, especially with social media, right? You feel sad because you compare your life or your looks to something you see online that they push to you like it's pretty, like you need it, and you're a piece of shit if you don't have it. What do? You imitate it online too and get the likes and feel that dopamine hit from every like that you get. And then boom. Sometimes people drown in it and get on OnlyFans and show a little more than they have to, right? And then other people just like kind of balance it out and eventually realize that that's not the way to go and that's not what the cure and key to happiness is. And then they go ahead and discover inside what really makes them happy and do that. And hopefully they're good enough to go ahead and monetize that online to go ahead and get more money to make themselves feel happy. I said felves. Oh, fuck. Slow down, Dean. Sorry. That still was a poignant thought. I'm still probably going to edit that to make a motivational clip and send it to fucking Goldcast or something. I can't wait to go on Goldcast, boy. I be saying some dope shit sometimes, right? I know I do. I heard one the other day that was really thought-provoking and cool and really helped me put into perspective my ego. And in my case, since I'm a Leo, and my birthday was yesterday, by the way, boom, boom, happy birthday to me. Anyways, the cockiness. People think I'm cocky, and I get that. I consider it overconfidence based on the lack of support and bashing of my confidence as a child from people who were older than me, who were supposed to support me. And I thought that since they said that I wasn't shit, that they should know better because they're older than me, and I believe them, right? So that's where it stems from. But when you grow up, who gives a fuck about those reasons? Now you're grown up. Now you can be an asshole. So fix it for everyone else's sake and unpack that trauma and keep a cool head and be cool, man. So that's kind of like always been my struggle as far as balancing that. Anyways, the saying goes, when you're good, you tell everybody and they believe it because you are good. But when you're great, everybody tells you and you don't have to utter a word about it. How dope is that, right? That really just boom, boom, light bulbed another, or that chamber that opens in my mind to help keep that balance of egomania and keep my cockiness in check, because there is such a thing as cockiness. And yes, of course, it's a deep-rooted issue that has nothing to do with anybody, and it's not my fault. But who gives a fuck? You see, I always get pensive like this over around my birthday time. I don't know if you guys do as well. Probably. I always think to myself, man, where am I at? Did I think I was going to be here 10 years ago? And the answer, for the most part, yes. 8 out of 10 times, or 8 out of 10 things that I thought 10 years ago I'd be now, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Except for, disgustingly rich billionaire. Other than that, that's a little harder than it seems. And especially, but for the most part, I always thought that I'd be, live in a cool place, have a cool car, have a hot chick girlfriend. So all that's always pretty much came into fruition. I had a joke where I used to say, yeah, I thought I would have a cool car, a nice place, and a hot girlfriend. Turns out I have a city bike subscription. I live with my mom, and my girlfriend looks like me with bigger tits. And I don't know why, but that was one of my first jokes ever, like my first year of comedy. Always worked. Always got laughs. I don't get it. I don't have tits. People must really think I'm fat fuck, for sure. I don't feel fat, guys. I just don't feel fat. When people call me fatty or biggie boy or fat fuck, it really doesn't offend me. It really doesn't. I wish, and I'm glad that they think that it does, because there's some other things that they could probably say that would offend me, and I would be like, you motherfucker. You. But when they say stuff like that, I'm like, oh, fuck you. Cool. And I smile and walk away, because it doesn't. I don't care. Because there used to be a time where I was super skinny. I was super skinny, like deathly skinny. I was like 170, and I'm 6'2". I'm a tall boy. So 170 on 6'2" looks like a skeleton with skin. I was almost dying, for real, for real. And finally, I got myself healthy, and I gained 20 pounds in like 2 weeks. So I was like 190, and I started to look like a human being again. The veins in my arms weren't showing anymore, right? I was going through some health things, man. Let's just say that drugs contributed to it, to my lack of appetite. But yeah, then I got 220, and 220 is usually where I'd be skinny at. Now I'm like 240, 250. So either way, my point is that I feel better. I feel like a human being. I feel normal. I feel like strong again. Like once I started feeling strong, being called fat and being offended by that was non-existent anymore. Because I see myself as skinny, man, and that shit was scary. It was scary, and it sucked because, I'm always kind of like a nice, for the most part, person. Like I'm always quiet, and people think that that's like some form of either timidness or cockiness, and either one of those is never that. But people just from face value see that and think that. So when you're skinny and people think you're timid and you're still tall and they're smaller or whatever, and they see you and they think that you're timid, they fuck with you. They fuck with you. They try to take advantage. They try to take advantage of your kindness or whatever timidness that they think that they see in you, and then you have to fucking be like, oh wait, yeah, I'm not timid, man. I will kill you. No, I seriously will strangle you if you fuck with me. Don't do this. Yes, I'm angry. I'm angry inside. Yes, but not at you. Don't turn it to you. Don't direct it to you. Come on. Yes. Yes, I have a fucking inner child that's timid, but it's not timid because it's just scared of people. It's timid for other things. Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair, to change my underwear. Don't turn that rage to you because you think I'm some fucking douchebag, timid shit. Come on, man. Don't do this to us. I will kill you. I will kill you. Like Melly Mel, whatever the fuck his name. ABC Melly. I got murder on my mind. This kid literally admitted to murder and fucking they had a mistrial for him. Jesus Christ. Anyways, my birthday, mid 30s. Nobody even gives a shit when you're like mid 30s. Who gives a fuck? You're 30 what? 4, 5, 6? Oh, okay, cool. Happy birthday. Get the fuck out of here. Like nobody cares no more. Unless it's like big. I barely even cared. I barely posted a birthday post this morning from the beautiful dinner I had yesterday. I was taken out by my loved ones. People that love you, man. That's all that really matters as you get older. Especially like when you're in a new city. Like LA's been good to me as far as the LA landscape and the areas and things to do and just the vibe of it. It's been cool. As I said this before, all that shit that they tell you about LA sucks and the people suck or, fake nice and earthquakes and all that stuff. All that stuff, and even now, the crime and the this and this and that, all that stuff is to scare people from moving over here. That's really all it is. I mean, yes, there is some truth to that, but just like anywhere else, this country is basically the same country aspects in any state you go to. I don't know if people in this country realize that. I don't think they do because they like the East and West Coast beef. They like that because you can't just have everyone going to the best city in the country because then it'd be super oversaturated. You can't just have everybody going to the best state in the country because then it'll turn into Florida or some shit, you know? And I'm not saying Florida's the best state. I mean, for me it is, but it's turning different because everyone is going over there now. So now it's different. It ain't even Florida no more. It's just like a metropolis of melting pot. And that really wasn't what Florida was meant to be. So when they tell you that this place sucks or this place is good, and it attracts people over there. But yeah, LA's not that bad. But my point about that is that it can be lonely. That is 1,000% for sure. It can be very lonely. Friends are not really friends over here. Friends are as much as they can get something from you and you can get something from them. And if you're really, really friends, then it's how you can help them and how they can help you. It turns into stuff like that. Then I guess if it's really, really friends and everyone's already accomplished the goals and are rich, then it can be like friends. But now you have to be friends always on that entertainment industry platform. And the small talk off cameras are minimal because your banter privately has to be publicly because it's what people love. So that's cool too, that's the game that we signed up for. But I got a long way to go from that, boy. I barely have one friend out here, barely. But as far as who I know is real, like has a real heart and is, oh sorry, Mike's still here. As far as I know, has a real heart and integrity and is stern about keeping their word. There are a few, yeah, for sure. There are a few real motherfuckers like that who I really admire and respect over here because I'm coming in like that. This LA shit does not affect me at all, especially not now, especially not in the beginning because I don't know what people think about South Florida, Miami over here, but I think a lot of people in LA and even in the West Coast think that if you're from some small town or like Miami, they consider Miami a small town, that you have this idea that everything's all peaches and dandelions and roses, not really knowing that Miami is a fucking swamp, figuratively and literally, right? It's a fucking swamp. I grew up around swamp creatures. I grew up around shady motherfuckers. I grew up around knuckleheads. I was a knucklehead. I'm not saying that proudly. What I'm saying is, I'm not from fucking Kansas. I don't give a fuck if I'm over here by myself for the rest of my goddamn life over here. It still won't break me. It still won't alter my character. It won't break my integrity. And that's it. I'm just going to keep being me. I'll adjust, yeah, to the game, yeah. Pick up a few things along the way, yeah. Change as far as my attitude and in order to not hurt people physically as far as my knucklehead ways, yeah. I want to do that. But to the core of who I am, it's not going to break me. You're never going to see me doing drugs or like an addict, losing teeth because this town wrecked me. It's not going to happen, people. LA, it's not going to happen. I've lived in New York too. Oh, God. Come on, man. I lived in New York before it was all gentrified. I lived everywhere before it was gentrified. If you lived anywhere that was shit before it was gentrified, as far as people, education, seen murders, any of that, and then shit gentrified around you, and you're like, all right, cool, I could deal with this. I'm evolving with the times, and I'm gentrifying with my environment, right? Then you have no fear. You should have no fear moving anywhere new, especially in the States, because I've been to Europe twice. It's a different ballgame. Everyone's nice over there. Everyone trusts each other over there. Over here, you can't trust nobody. You can't even trust your neighbors. You're gonna fucking dogs. Look at, can't even trust the dog neighbors to shut the fuck up while you're filming a podcast. Shut up, you fuck. So, I don't know, man. It's just kind of a waiting game. I really feel like it's a waiting game living over here. Just keep grinding, keep your nose clean, have your fun, enjoy the sights, but don't fully trust anyone. And that's everywhere you go, in any industry you're in, but especially in the entertainment industry in LA. And there's a big renaissance coming. Like everyone's leaving, and these people were, in my opinion, like unless you're Joe Rogan and you already accomplished your dreams, but you moved out here with the hopes of whatever, and then you followed Rogan or whoever the fuck and moved to Austin or moved to Florida. Listen, I'm not talking shit, but what I'm saying is you're just bandwagoning, and that could lead to something if you're good enough, for sure. If you had connections with these people, anyways, yeah, absolutely, boom, do what you got to do for sure. But there's a renaissance coming to LA because that's the only thing. Like in the stock market, if something crashes in the stock, what's bound to happen? It's gonna go up again. That's just Einstein probably theorized that. What goes up must come down, but what goes down eventually comes up again. And when it comes up and they open the books, maybe they throw my name in the one of the pages there. Maybe they throw my name in one of the chapters. It's like Donnie Brasco. You keep your nose clean, and then when it's time they open the books, you get made. Become a wise guy. I want to be a wise guy so bad, bro. Because I always had it in me. People always see that I had it in me. And this is the part and why I left for Loserville, Miami. And I love Miami as a place. It's a great place to live. It's cool. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Beaches, best in the country, in my opinion. But as far as the comedy scene is what I'm saying, it's fucking Loserville. 90% of the people are just doing it for whatever the fuck reason they're doing it for. I don't know if they're doing it, but it's not to make it, you know. And there's, I have a few friends over there who are real motherfuckers, like I mentioned before, who I respect dearly. I'm not talking about them. People who actually have a vision, and know the comedy scene is bigger than fucking exit US 1 to exit 14 on the 95. Comedy's way bigger than that. I'm glad I left out of there, man, because listen, I've always, and this is the overconfidence maybe, but this is the type of shit that I have to think of and feel and know myself, because people will try to make you forget how dope you are. There's no way that I can't not feel dope. And when I walk in the fucking, let's say the local comedy club in Miami with the $10,000 worth of camera equipment, hooking everybody up with their videos, $20, just throw me a little tip. Asking, pretty much begging to fucking help the cause. Put me in, coach. They bench me. Coolest cars. I pull up in the coolest car. I pull up with the baddest women. Come on, man. They still try to make me feel like I'm not cool enough. Come on. After a while, it's just like, bro, let's be honest with ourselves here. Matter of fact, here's a mirror. Here's a mirror for you. You see that? That's you. You see what you're doing compared to what I'm doing? Yeah, that's you. That's you. Look. Don't try to make me feel like I'm not dope. I won't believe it, because look at everything I'm doing. I'm bringing to the table. I'm bringing a fucking table. There's no way. So whenever people try to make me feel like I'm not cool enough, or like I'm not cool enough to hang out with people that I'm cooler than. Cool. Sure, buddy. But I understand that, I don't know, man. It's just the way it's supposed to be. I guess Jesus wasn't liked very much, right? And yeah, I'm going to compare myself to Jesus now because he was half alien. And now that I know he's half alien, maybe I'm half alien. Who else was shunned? All the cool motherfuckers were shunned upon. And then they end up living forever as far as their legacy and stuff. But one part I don't want to emulate as far as those type of guys is dying in obscurity. Edgar Allan Poe died with 2 cents in his bank. And 2 cents was like, what, $200 back then? God forbid, man. God forbid. You know how mad I'd be in heaven if I blow up and people recognize and relate to my story and my craft after I'm dead, and I'm in heaven just like, now I'm famous? God, I'm gonna make it rain real quick. I'm gonna piss and make it rain. Piss all. That's my heavenly cock letting it rain upon earth. From the loins of Jupiter's cock, let wine flow. You remember that show, Spartacus? That was my favorite show. Let wine flow. From the loins of Jupiter's cock, let it rain, so that we may reward the gladiators with wine, coin, and cunt for their victories in the arena. Oh, man, I love that show, man. I love that show. Batiatus. I miss that show. Dean, step forth. Teller of jokes. Bringer of bad bitches and expensive equipment of photos. Step forth. There's no way that you can tell me that I'm not cool, man. There's no way. I've studied this. I've studied this to the point where I'm cool without even having to try to be cool. I don't give a fuck. Ask me how many pair of Jordans I had in my life. Like 3, 4. That's my point. Not. You thought I was gonna say like 20 or 30, right? I know you did. No, like 3. I give a fuck about Jordan. I don't even like Jordans. Why? The same reason that everyone knows. They sell the same shoe over and over. That's why. People who shame people for buying blue checks are idiots. It never mattered. It never ever mattered. Do you realize that you worked for Instagram for 3 to 5 years for free? You hurt yourself, jumped out of cars, jumped out of windows, broke bones, made countless enemies. For what? For free. For nothing. When they ended up selling the shit for $12 in 5 years. You realize it was dumb? It was dumb the whole time. It was dumb then. It's dumb now. Stop shaming people for buying the $12 fucking badge. You hear how dumb that sounds? You see everything you did for free to earn a blue check? And then the people who fucking defend it without ever having a blue check before are even worse too. Like you're the type to defend billionaires for stealing millions from the working man. Like stop it. You're the type to subscribe to the OnlyFans of the Denny's waitress. Like stop it. You're the type to waste money on fucking who knows what shitty drug or I'm sure you spend $12 on way worse shit than a verification badge. Let's be honest. Those people are dumb, bro. People are dumb. That's what happened to Mike Servin. Jesus Christ! Shield of faith! Helmet of righteousness! Boots of peace! Stomping in the name of Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! I miss that guy, man. He was too good for the Instagram clout crew club. You remember that the iced tea guy? Remember him, the dog face, who just had that one random ass clip of him skating and just singing Stevie Nicks. It's only right. The world is weird, man. The world is weird, but you gotta just evolve with the times, I guess, right? You gotta evolve with the times and just try to get in where you fit in and try to monopolize big time. And it's way easier than ever to get famous. Look at the fucking douchebags who are famous. There's more talent in my left fucking thumb than half of these motherfuckers. And then the other half are people who should be famous. Like when they say Hezbollah, the midget Russian kid, doesn't have talent, he should be famous. I love that kid. He makes me smile every time I see that little pudgy face. He's like a human pug, that little Russian kid. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. And yeah, let's think about if there was no social media or no clout. That kid would just be living. He wouldn't be anybody. Yeah, it sucks. But why? Because he's not Leonardo DiCaprio? And because he's not Liam Neeson? No, there's something in everybody that would appeal to the masses if they just had a spotlight or platform. And that's the one thing I do love about social media, that it makes people who, it can make anybody famous. It's really non-biased, but it makes a lot of idiots famous. And that's the part that I have a problem with. We should make cool people famous. We should make nice people famous. People who deserve it famous, you know? And who's to say that these idiots don't deserve fame, but man, they really stand for nothing. That's the problem. Like all these Kai Cenats and I Show Speeds, these kids are not dumb kids. They're not imbeciles. They act like imbeciles. And I blame SpongeBob. Kids growing up on SpongeBob and want to be all wacky. And then they grow up and become even bigger idiots and wacky. Like they're like adult SpongeBobs, adult Patricks, as opposed to me, My cartoon role models were fucking Thundercat, buddy. Ho, right? Thundercat. Oh, and then his sword would get fucking hard and erect. Oh, that's my fucking guy, right? Lion-O. He wasn't no fucking clown. Wacky, no. But anyways, these kids are not dumb. They monetized something and made millions in the process. They're not stupid. But they encourage all these other kids who follow them and watch them to chat to be dumb, fucking imbecile, buffoon retards. And not retards in a good way. Money is, unfortunately and fortunately, too tempting for people to deny or not accept for whatever cause, good or evil. I hope to make money and profit heavily off of the cure instead of just selling easy poison to get filthy rich. But who's to say that I wouldn't be tempted to? But at least I'll always be real about it. Like if I don't know, what's one of these drinks that is killing everybody? Even Coca-Cola. If they ever offered me a sponsorship deal, I'm gonna tell you guys, hey guys, I don't fuck with sugary drinks because drinks like Coca-Cola is diabetic agenda. It's for diabetes automatically. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'll tell you. Then if they pay me to shut up, I'll shut up. But I'm still gonna say, hey guys, I still don't support sugary drinks, guys. I just can't name them now. But listen, if you know me, just know, don't drink that shit. I'll say that. I'll be like, listen, guys, don't drink anything with 50 grams of sugar plus an additional 28 grams added of included sugar type of drinks. And then I'll go ahead and get their money. They're $2 million to go ahead and do a commercial like Coca-Cola. They don't put Coke in it anymore, supposedly. Give me my money. Anyways, I'm going to end it here. I feel good. Thank God. Thank Allah. True name. All praise due be to Allah, right? I'm a new Muslim. And even if I do turn Muslim, I'm not praying 5 times a day. That's way too much. Once a day, maybe twice, morning and night. You see, that's why I gotta find. Is there like a lax version of Muslim where they do those like once or just pray whenever you want? I don't know. I gotta find this. But happy to be here. Happy to make another trip around the sun. And thank you guys. Thank the real ones over there in Loserville. I hope we all make it, man. And I'm still gonna be out here, regardless. All right. Stay tuned for my new single. Apparently, "Happy Life." That song I played in the beginning, which was awesome. I know you know it was awesome. And check out my show, my link in bio on Instagram at Latino_Tarantino2X. Outcrowd MIA on YouTube is where you'll find all my content. We're still going strong with that as far as just getting better, learn how to talk before you do these promos. We're still going to keep grinding that. That is my production company, which I'm very happy. I just got to get more organized, that's all. It's just when you're trying to get rich, it's hard to get organized with the other things on the side that you do. Even though comedy is a big thing, the business of it, it's still kind of not producing as much money as my other stuff here, like my job and my extracurricular activities and all that stuff, which has allowed me to be as cool as I want to be and free as I want to be. But eventually, I do want to wean to that. That's my goal. Absolutely. I wanna make money in the cure, guys. And the cure, laughter is the best medicine. Oh, laughter's a God. Let me shut the fuck up before I say some other dumbass cliche. Love you guys. Peace out.